revolutions in music. Beethoven was, truly, the first angry man, or at least the first angry composer. And as a result, for more than 200 years, his music has moved and touched, and yes, sometimes frightened and disgusted, audiences in a manner almost primal. Back in 1813, when Beethoven was in his 43rd year, the German author, composer, and music critic Ernst Theodor Amadeus, or E.T.A. Hoffmann, wrote this, quote, "Beethoven's music sets in motion the lever of fear, of awe, of horror, of suffering, and awakens just that infinite longing which is the essence of romanticism," unquote. Once Beethoven had opened the door to this new self-realized, self-expressive musical world, there would be no going back to the polite, restrained, classical style that had preceded him. The musicologist Donald Grout correctly points out that, quote, "Beethoven was one of the great disruptive forces in the history of music. After him, nothing could ever be the same again. He had opened the gateway to a new world," unquote. Oh, Beethoven, why do we love thee? Classic FM is one of the United Kingdom's 3 independent national radio stations and one of the most listened to classical music radio stations in the world. The station conducted a favorite composer poll in 2016 that attracted 170,000 votes. According to Classic FM, that response made the poll the biggest public vote in the world on classical music tastes. The winner of this not particularly scientific but nevertheless not uninteresting popularity contest was Ludwig van Beethoven. Encyclopedia Britannica's online site lists the 10 classical music composers to know in the order in which we should presumably know them. Number 1 on that list? Beethoven. Yes, of course, I will name the remaining 9. In order, they are J.S. Bach, Wolfgang Mozart, Johannes Brahms, Richard Wagner, Claude Debussy, Peter Tchaikovsky, Frédéric Chopin, Joseph Haydn, and Antonio Vivaldi. YouGov, an internet site that specializes in polling, lists the most popular classical composers in America. At number 1 is Beethoven, followed by Mozart, Bach, Chopin, George Gershwin, Irving Berlin, Tchaikovsky, Brahms, Leonard Bernstein, and Handel. Digital Dream Door's list of 100 greatest classical composers begins with Beethoven. The internet site Ranker puts Beethoven at the top of its list of the best classical composers, as does the site List 25 in its 25 of the most celebrated composers in history, and the site The Top Tens in its list of greatest classical composers. Bucking the trend, the New York Times music critic Anthony Tommasini named Johann Sebastian Bach, or just Sebastian Bach, as his friends and family knew him, as the number 1 composer on his The Top 10 Greatest Composers list, published in 2011. As we will discover during this course, Beethoven himself would have agreed entirely with Tommasini's estimation of Bach. Number 2 on Tommasini's list? Beethoven. According to the League of American Orchestras, between 2006 and 2012, the most recent data I could find, American orchestras performed the music of Beethoven more than that of any other composer. In that 6-season span, there were 3,305 performances of Beethoven's orchestral music. At number 2 was Mozart, with 2,976 performances. No one else came close. I'd be happy to go on, but I expect it's time to stop, as the point has been made. For reasons we will identify, Ludwig, my friends call me Louis, van Beethoven, the bad boy from Bonn, bad hair, bad attitude, bad karma.
To keep listening to this audiobook for free, click the link in the description. It will take you to a free Audible trial where you can listen to this and many other books for free for 30 days.